Hello everyone, welcome back to Machines. So we've got a pretty big episode. We got a big episode because I've made some changes to the deck. Some of which are good, some of which are bad. So we're going to spend a little bit of time at the front of this episode talking about some of the changes that I made to the deck list. If you want to skip ahead to just the games, if you don't care about this, feel free, it won't hurt my feelings, but we have some theory to talk about. So I wanted to make a change. The reason I wanted to make the change is that I wanted, at the core of this season, I want it to be machine return. I want to be machine return. And I think that in the first half, we are now 50 matches in. So we're halfway done. The first half, I think we did a really good job in the machine bit. We've gotten some limiter removal kills. We have capitalized on Stein. We've summoned Gatling Dragon. We've summoned Labyrinth Tank a couple of times. Which was mostly for BM, to be completely honest. But we did do that. And so I think we've done a really good job with machines, but we've done an abysmal job with Return from the Different Dimension. We've done so bad that I started to think that this card just wasn't very good. I was kind of wondering whether this was even a conceptually good deck to work with, because I would always draw one of our two returns in the first opening hand, and it would come way too early, and the deck just wasn't built around getting enough banishes to make it worth it. And so I wasn't feeling great about it, but then I really kind of sat and I thought about it for the past week, and I think it was definitely some deck building considerations that was holding return back. I really appreciate that you guys have been commenting on all the videos, giving me some ideas. A lot of them were kind of in line with what I was thinking. I know a couple of people have brought up that XYZs are just perfect for this because they inherently will banish themselves. And so if you can get two of them out on the field, you basically have set up return completely already. And then there was Monsters Are Light, and so they kind of allow you to play Chaos pretty naturally. I reached out to Cub, shout out to Cub, who sent me an XYZ list that he was suggesting, and I looked at it, and I thought about it, and I was just I don't want to do it. I just don't think I want to do it. It doesn't feel good. I don't like the XYZ monster normal summons, because all of them are kind of just a 2-card combo. I want a little bit more. You would just have one card, and that one card is going to be good. I don't know if this deck is going to be it, but I was thinking about it. I went online to Format Library, and I found decks with return that I've topped before, and I took inspiration from them. We had our 3 Deco, and all of those lists also played 3 Spy. And so for a long time, I was okay, we're throwing in 3 Spy. For the same reason, which is that if you get it banished, you'll have 3 monsters in the banish bin that you can use for return. But they're not machines. This is the machine deck. And so I'm well, I can't do that because they were taking up too many slots, and I was playing only 6 or 7 machines in the deck, and it just wasn't good enough. And so I'm well, what do I do? And so I went back to the comments. I thought about it, and one person said that they thought the Strike Ninja engine wasn't working just because I wasn't playing enough darks. And the idea with Spy is that you ideally want it to be knocked so that it just activates return on its own, but that doesn't synergize particularly well with Strike Ninja because we want these cards in the graveyard relatively quickly. And so I wanted to replace the Spy slot, and it needed to be a dark machine. Mechanical Chaser. It doesn't have an effect, but it does have 1850 attack points, which I think is sufficient. I think it's sufficient. I will say that I've practiced a little bit with this deck before today. I usually don't do that. I usually just make the deck and we run together on ladder, but I really wanted to kind of get something a little bit special. So I did some practicing, and I will say that we're going to make some mistakes. This is not the preferred way that I like to play the game. I found that a lot of times, turn 1 even, you just want to summon Mechanical Chaser, set a card, pass. And if they kill Mechanical Chaser, that's fine. I hate that because that's like a loss in card advantage, and I'm a player who really, really enjoys card advantage style thinking because it helps me kind of consider whether I'm ahead or not. But I've noticed on the channel, I usually play decks that are not that way. Like our last season, Coldwave Monarchs are very not card advantage-y. You kind of just want to get the opponent dead, and this deck is even more so, because limiter removal, you just want to kill them super duper fast, super one turn, bam, bam, bam. And so I think part of it is that I'm trying to grow as a duelist to not only play the decks I'm comfortable with, but we'll have to kind of see where it goes. And so let's talk about the deck a little bit more systematically. So first you'll see that I kept the general idea that I want a Return from the Different Dimension main deck with a smokescreen side into a Monster Gate strategy. I will say that I think that both versions of the deck are improved a lot by the changes I made. I think a lot. But I think the Monster Gate strategy is improved a lot more. I think Return we can still tweak. The Monster Gate part, it is crazy. You can win on your first turn almost every time. I ran some like particular numbers on like the ratios between how many starting cards versus how many not starting cards, and it works out really, really well. I think that part of the weakness of the overall like two halves cohering is that I was making changes to either side of the half without really breaking it down, like setting the cards out in front of me and thinking about how instead of making the best 40 cards here and then the best 40 cards there, I should be thinking about what's the best 55 that I can kind of flex spot between both of these. What was the best combination of cards that's every single card serves both strategies in a way, or at least more overlap than I had, because I felt like I was really struggling with where I was like, I have more than 15 cards that are just really bad in the Machine Gate version or vice versa, but now it's a little bit different. I think that there's only like one card that's not great. But yeah, let's talk about it. So I'm bringing Demok back into the main. The reason I'm doing that is that we have a little bit more of a chance to discard now. I'm bringing in Tribe Infecting Virus and I'm bringing in Lightning Vortex. Those two plus Graceful Charity gives us some opportunities to discard. There's a couple more like Opponent's Duos and that sort of thing. So we have some chances that we'll be able to get Demok out. It has happened a few times that I will just pass the first couple of turns just so I can put Demok in the bin. But we have this pre-mat and we have the Call of the Haunted, and so I think that Demok here is pretty good. Plus it's a huge coup if you can get into the graveyard for return. It's like super, super good. And so I think that we are at the point where we have enough support for Demok. I wouldn't mind an additional piece. I wouldn't mind one more card. And so maybe we can talk about that. We're keeping in Jinzo. We originally had Blowback Dragon in the main, but one comment that we had is that somebody thought that we didn't have enough support for our tribute summons, and I think you're right. We used to have a Brain Control in the main, and now we don't have it at all. I cut that card. So I cut down on the number of tribute monsters, but I kept Jinzo. I think Jinzo's really good, especially with Call of the Haunted. And so we're going to keep it for the same kind of reason we keep Demok. And we do have some cards that support tributes, like bringing back Sangam with pre-mat and then sacking it for Jinzo is really good. We have the Decos if they don't get knocked, and so we have some stuff. Facilier. Facilier is a tough one for me. So we have it, obviously, it's very good in our Monster Gate version in that it is one of our starters, and it's pretty good target off of Monster Gate, and so it's made for that strategy. However, I think it can also be pretty good with return, because once we get it in the graveyard, we banish it off of Strike Ninja, it comes back as really big, and then it by itself pretty much can just use limiter removal and basically win. And so I like this. I like the fact that since we're playing it in the main, it does make sense that we could bring in Scapegoats 2 and 2 meta into the main if we want to keep the strategy and borrow some cards that used to be exclusive to the Monster Gate strategy, because meta into Facilier can get us King Dragoon most typically, and that puts a dark in the grave and a dark on the field that they have to deal with imminently. And so just that one play basically fuels Strike Ninja, which is great. Other than that, it's obviously not great on its own. It's just a 1400 vanilla, basically. We will never be tribute summoning this, and so you could argue that I could play Cannon Soldier, one Cannon Soldier over one Facilier. Do I want to make that change? Maybe I do. maybe. Oh, I can't in real time. We can switch over. Is it aired? Yeah. Okay. I think we're gonna do that, right? One Cannon Soldier, one Facilier, and then we bring in Facilier over Cannon Soldier. If do we like that? I don't know. I shouldn't be making changes because the deck has felt pretty good, and so I don't want to ruin it. But Cannon Soldier can be gotten up by Sangan. That's not bad. Okay. So we'll go back. So Cannon Soldier's been switched. But I do really like the Faciliers. I think that bringing in two, bringing the meta seems really good. Breaker is one of the best dark monsters in the entire game, and so we cannot not play him. Sangan, same reason. Sangan, I could see us taking it out and making it something else. I do like how it supports Jinzo, and it's also pretty good off of return, specifically, because you can get value. But usually we're going to try to win the game if we play return, so I don't know. 3 Deco are mandatory, in my opinion, for this. 3 Mechanical Chaser. I just don't think there's a better dark machine. I just don't think there's a better one other than Deco. So those. I'm playing 2 Strike Ninja as part of our Warrior package. We're playing 4 Warriors and 2 Rhoda. Strike Ninja's hard. It is not the sort of card I'm used to playing. I think it's good. I think it's really good. The 1700 stat line gets over every kind of important monster, except for maybe Kaiku. But it gets over like Tribe, for example, and so that's quite good. It can dodge bad things happening to it, which is also good. But there have been a lot of times where I'll just like summon vanilla Strike Ninja when I only have 1 Dark Engrave, because I'll have like a Rhoda in hand. I'm like, I can get the second one, but I don't know. I think having 2 is important because that is the only thing that fuels our return other than the opponent's knocks. And so I think we need 2, but the 2 feels a little bit weird to me. We have Exiled Force. I don't love this. I don't love this card. It is absolutely necessary in the other version of the deck, but it's not as strong in this one. Our deck is very, very, very weak to Scapegoat control decks. Tear is very hard to get over. And so Exiled Force is one of our very few answers for that. And so it's like okay, but I don't know. I kind of, in a world, I would kind of rather Mataza, the Zapper, or Dawn's Flug. Both are dark. Both have utility. Both are not bad last will targets. I don't know. But we need this in the side, and so I don't know if we have room. You guys can let me know over the course of these next few episodes about whether you think it's like good enough to have in the main. Didymus. Didymus is great. Didymus fuels return on her own, so she gets to be in the deck. Tribe's here to kind of take care of Scapegoat, to get Demok in the grave. It's kind of like a Swiss Army knife. I tried it out keeping it in for the Monster Gates version of the deck, but it feels pretty bad to get Tribe off of Monster Gate, and so I avoid that now. Next card's Delinquent Duo, which we haven't been using all season, and literally none of you guys brought it up. Literally none of you guys brought it up. Everyone was screaming when I was playing No Heavy Storm. Everyone was screaming, and no one brought up the No Delinquent Duo. That's crazy. Obviously, it doesn't work as very well with the Monster Gate version because you don't care what they have in their hand. And so it doesn't feel great. It is currently the card I do keep in for the Monster Gate version that I don't want to keep in. And so somebody help me out here. Help me out about whether we need to play Duo, but I think we do. We got Full Trinity. This is the big coup. This is the big coup. 2 Upstart Goblin. 2 Upstart Goblin, 2 Jar of Greed. This is what I think will make the deck actually good. The problem with this version, with the previous version of Return, was that we were not getting to our mid to late game fast enough. It was just too slow. And so you add these cards in, the deck becomes faster. We don't care if they gain life points because we are almost always overkilling, both in this deck and certainly in this deck. And so we are keeping 2 Upstart in for sure. The card is crazy. Same with 2 Jar. I love that we're getting some more cards to set because I keep playing decks where we just can't set anything because they're just not good. These 2 cards are bad to set. This card is usually bad to set. We need more good settables. Even Ring is sometimes bad if it comes too early. 2 Jar is so good. 1 Trunade. Our deck is not super duper Trunade E. Not super duper Trunade E. We do need it for support for the Monster Gate version, and I don't mind it because we are still an OTK deck at the end of the day, and so clearing the way out is good. We're not playing MST, which this could be MST instead, but then for the Monster Gate version, we would have a Heavy Storm, 1 Trunade, and MST, which is probably not sufficient. We have Lightning Vortex. This is to help take care of goats. It's to help us get rid of Demok. It's actually not so much to take care of monsters. We don't care so much about that. We would just love to get a dark monster in grave. And so we're gonna Lightning Vortex, 2 Rhoda, 2 limiter removal. Cub suggested we go up to 3, and I still think that 2 just feels good. 2 makes it come around pretty often. I've never been like, oh man, I really need a limiter removal, which is kind of crazy considering this deck. But there have been some times where I'm like, okay, I have 2 limiter removals, but no way to like win the game. And so I like it at 2. We're keeping in question. Megamorph. Megamorph's great. We are losing half our life points. Megamorph is great. We are losing 5,000 life points. Megamorph is great. Megamorph is so good. Megamorph can double the boy, and then limiter removal doubles the boy again. And so Megamorph is basically limiter removal again, except Megamorph can be applied to any monster we have, including Demok. And so Megamorph is really good. United We Stand is also good. It's better when we have scapegoats, but with Return, you're usually flooding the field with 5 monsters, and so that's 4,000 extra attack, which is basically the equivalent of another limiter removal, which is good. Snatch Steal. I'm of the opinion that in a lot of decks, you would actually rather play Brain Control rather than Snatch Steal, because you really kind of want it for 1 turn in a lot of decks. Because you just want it once, and you don't want them to be able to chain MST to get rid of it. And so I'm kind of like Brain Control in a lot of ways is better, but we're going to play Snatch Steal. These 2 are necessary. Ring, I think, is really good. And we have our 2 returns, which I think are still the correct ratio. Now, you're going to notice that there are some missing cards from the list. No Mirror Force. We have no Mirror Force. You do not want to play Mirror Force in Monster Gate. No Reasoning Gate decks really play Mirror Force because it is too slow. If you need to use it, you've already kind of lost. And so that's a no-go for this. And so it would have to be a card in the main, one of the 15 that we side out, probably. And, oh, look how cute this guy is. And I just don't know. I think I like all these other cards better. It's really kind of a game that we have to play. Like Lightning Vortex, is it as strong as Mirror Force? Maybe not, but I think it serves a better function in that it helps us with Demok, it helps clear the field, and it can be slotted both in this version and this version. And so I think it's just better. We're not playing Mirror Force. It feels really weird. It feels really weird. I don't love it, but it feels pretty weird. The other one, which I don't think I've ever seen like a deck not play this card that isn't like a weird deck. We're not playing Nobleman of Crossout. These are 2 cards that I would love to put into the deck because I think it would be fine for both versions. I just can't find the space. I mean, I can cut the 2 jars, but I think their jars are just so good. I don't know what I could cut. I like this monster count. I don't want to go any lower than 17. I think 17's good. I would even like a little bit more, to be honest, but I can't fit it in. I could cut duo. I could always cut question, but I really don't want to because I like question. So we're not playing knock. I did some practice games and it never came up that we needed to knock the monster. It never came up. It certainly will in the future. And so we're playing kind of a tough game here. Most decks want knock. It's really good for tempo. It trades 1 for 1. There's also the fringe use case where we could knock our own deco to return all 3 and then win the game. And I've thought about that. I just don't think it's, I just can't find this space. And so help me out. Final one. Final card is the orb. The orb's gone. I couldn't find a space to keep him. I think our return for the different dimensions better. It's so much better. And so orb could be better. I could play orb instead of third mech chaser. It just doesn't make sense. I just don't think it makes sense. I think we're moving past, like, mechanical chaser is an orb, right? This is an orb. What more do you want from me? Why do you want the orb so bad? Why are you making me feel guilty? I feel bad, but okay, that's the deck. That's the deck. You know how the side deck works. That's the deck. Lost connection. All right, we are gonna hop on ladder. This has been a pretty long intro. I'm gonna hop on ladder. I'm gonna show you the deck one more time. I think Cannon Soldier over the Fusilier makes sense, so we're gonna try. All right. Hopefully we win our first match so I can be like, hey, it works. Mariwapo. Good luck, have fun. 375 ELO. We're 100 down, we are halfway through the series. We are either halfway or whenever Konami tells us that we have to quit. Mariwapo has mid 500 ELO. Skizzers. Does he have an extra deck? No. Why do I always get pitted against people online that never play any cards in their extra deck? I'm gonna summon Mech Chaser and set Jar of Greed. I don't know if I need to use Graceful Charity because we want an extra draw. We want an extra draw in case we can get either Demok or Jinzo because we have this pre-mat. So we're gonna be a little bit greedy. Obviously, if he duos, we're gonna hit Jar of Greed. If he duos, we'll chain Jar of Greed. Hilarious. Please don't hit your Graceful Charity. He's scared. He's like, I shouldn't have done what I did. I'm sorry. Pre-mat, okay. Pre-mat's unfortunate. Has it got to be Tribe? I think it's got to be Tribe because we don't want to lose even more card advantage, and we're not playing Serpent. I kind of wanted to find a way to put Serpent in the deck, but I just couldn't find the room. And Serpent's obviously really bad in the Monster Gate. Speaking of the 2 versions of the deck, I'm still kind of struggling to determine which one should be the going first deck. I think it's this, or not going first, like which should be the main deck. Heavy Storm. I don't think Graceful makes sense here because we don't have knock. And so we're not going to fish for that. I think we're just going to attack into the Spy and take 150. Reaper. That's also fine. I'm going to set Jar and pass. I probably should have played this, to be honest. Getting another normal summon. Oh, sweet, sweet +1. Sweet, sweet +1. He set it into this zone too. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's the return strategy that should be the main deck. Oh, he's gonna rip a card. That's unfortunate. We might get punished for not playing this. Yeah, people say that holding it's like a bad thing to do. I think they're right. Never punished. Literally never punished. Okay, well we have 2 darks, which is fantastic. So our strike ninja would be good. Liquid duo is also very good. We're gonna use that first. Second? There's no reason. No, we'll use it first. So that he doesn't know that we have charity in hand. That one. Ooh, that was pretty good. He hit our pre-mat, we hit his. The Zalug. Graceful Charity. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, these cards are so good. Sheesh. I think it's probably limited removal Megamorph. They're both so good though. Hypothic Greed. It could be Heavy Storm. No. Yeah, we'll use these 2. I don't know if that's correct, but Call the Haunted is pretty nice. Does make Heavy Storm a little bit awkward though. I think I want to set this probably. We have Fusilier that we can call. We have Tribe that we can call. So we have an answer to this Spirit Reaper with Tribe. Please don't knock me. Thank you. Okay. I withstand. Okay. We can do a lot of damage here. We're gonna flip. We're gonna get another card. Strike Ninja. That is so good. We're gonna get Tribe because we have to get rid of this. Get Tribe. And we're gonna summon Strike Ninja. And we're gonna go like full damage. Or are we? Is he dead? Yes, he's dead. Easy. That was pretty good, wasn't it? That was pretty good, wasn't it? I don't know what we're playing against. I don't know. I think scapegoats and metas might actually be good. I kind of want to keep the cannon soldier in now that we're bringing the scapegoats. Maybe I have to rethink. I'm sorry, guys. I came. I'm like, oh, I have this new cool deck for you, and now I'm like, actually, I have a lot of things to think about. We'll get rid of a Mech Chaser because we're bringing in a Fusilier. I don't think I need Trinade. Question's hilarious, and so we're gonna keep it. I could just get rid of some of my draw engine stuff because these slow down the game, and so I think I don't mind getting rid of an upstart. I do want to keep my jar, I think. Maybe Megamorph. Seems fine. And then if we lose this game, we will conversion side. Because it's crazy if you know you're going first. This hand is Excelente. It is Excelente. It is very good. Oh god. I'm hitting this one. He set that in the... No! No! That's fine. This for Zalug would be really nice. This for Zalug. And so we did think about, do we want Donald? This for Mataza would also be really good. He's obviously going to take the breaker, which is totally fine. Now, do I want to set Dekoichi the Battle Chanted Locomotive, or do I want to summon it? Or do I want a Rhoda for DD Warrior Lady? It's actually not good. I regret doing that. I regret doing that. I will get her anyway. Because this could just be like a battle trap, and I don't love that. Do I summon an attack? I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I made a mistake with the Rhoda there. I don't love what I did. We're gonna summon Deco and attack. I'm definitely setting Jar of Greed. I think I'll set Scapegoat too, because he's playing like Donald and Spirit Reaper. This also brings me under Trap Dust Shoot. Don't like what I did. I should have held on to Rhoda. Made a mistake. Made a mistake. But I think it's good not to double down on the mistake. Oh, God. Yeah. That is not good for our Scapegoat friends. But once we remove it, that will be good for our Scapegoat friends. I hate this. You're putting me on edge. Mechanical Chaser. Alright, I think we summon Mechanical Chaser, and then we activate Jar. Limiter removal, okay. Let's just go in. He wrung us, that is fine. We can use the Scapegoats to defend ourselves from Tribe, and then he will have to use a card if he wants to clear the rest of them. Or he could just snipe it this turn, because he knows this is Goats. And I can't use it in response, because I already summoned Mech Chaser. That being said, Mech Chaser plus Limiter's 37, which is pretty close to lethal once we remove this Tribe infecting virus. We do have 2 darks, which is very good. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't think there's a reason not to. Ring's already gone for him, and so I don't think there's a reason. We have our own ring, okay. Now I could prem back the Mech Chaser, which could prompt a response. I could just summon DD Warrior Lady to get rid of this guy. I could set DD Warrior Lady and then ring the Tribe, which is interesting to me. I could summon it, then ring the Tribe. I could just ring the Tribe and do nothing else. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna ring the Tribe and do nothing else. I think I'd rather keep DD Warrior Lady as an option. Thunder Dragon, no dark yet. This is a weird deck. I guess it could just be, I don't even know. Donald, Spirit Reaper, Tribe Infecting Virus. Alright, we got rid of him. They are in range to die to Pre-Mat plus Limiter removal. Top deck Heavy Storm would be pretty schmeat here. Facilier Dragon the Dual Maul Beast. I think we pre-mat and then try to kill. And if it doesn't work, we set DD Warrior Lady. That's so funny. It's not worth it, right? That's so funny, Magic Drain. Well, I don't need limiter removal, right? Because I can just summon Facilier. And try to win. I didn't think he had it. I honestly did not think there was Mirror Force because I don't know. I guess he baited me with pre-mat. He has 1 billion cards and I have none. I don't know. Was that wrong? Should I have respected the Mirror Force? I did not change this into acorns. So let's see if I can quickly find it. I have to do that before the next match. Get rid of an acorn. That was a pretty good chop deck. That was pretty good. I wonder what this card was. Are you guys interested? Do you guys want to view the replay? We haven't viewed a replay in a while. We have not viewed a replay in a while. But I'm interested to know what this deck was. Because we did not see much. Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe it was just Warriors. Could just be Warriors. He had a Bielesian in hand. Not getting this graceful hit was like a pretty big deal. We could have been so dumb. He kept his BLS. I guess all he needed was a light. Oh, he was bricked. He got so unlucky that game 1. United We Stand There was better than another limiter removal in that instance. We only won with United We Stand. Limiter removal would not have been enough. Yeah, getting de-warrior later was still bad. I made a mistake. Nolvan of crossed out. He had Chaos Sorcerer. I wonder what kind of ratios he's working with. Like, why was his Chaos never online? Magic Drain into Mirror Force own does so bad. Level 2. So yeah, I suppose this is Warriors, but it's just... it didn't feel that way. This is when we get owned. He drew another light, no dark. And I guess this knock was what card he set. Yeah. Knock's a bad card, don't play it. I almost didn't attack. I'm gonna be completely honest, I almost didn't attack with DD Warrior Lady because I'm like, surely. He didn't quit. He did not surrender, and so I'm like, surely. I would have been like this, Chikorita. I would have been so mad. I would have been so mad. 394 ELO. 394. 96, baby. We're on the up. We're on the up. That was a pretty big win. He had a lot of ELO. Alright, guys. We didn't even side into our other deck. That wasn't even our final form. That wasn't even our final form. Let's see. Who's playing Go format right now? Token Black. Oh. 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 Where are you? Where are you? Can you guys see him? There he is. Wait, what? Why is there no button? Why is there no button? This might be because of me. I might have ruined the button. Okay, sorry, we don't get to do it. I promise I will not forget. We will do it after this. I will make the acorn come back. Even though none of you guys seem to like the acorn. None of you guys called it cute. Datacorn. Nobody said it was good. NG, they said it was not good 2024. Good luck, have fun. This duelist has approximately the same... Did he just let... Did I win? I could have sworn I lost. What? He has no extra deck. No public extra deck. Pretty good hand. We set this pass. If they knock it, that's great. If they attack us, it's even better because we have Megamorph and Unite We Stand. Ooh. Ooh. He wrote GG. Is that a sign of dominance? Swords of Revealing Light's kind of annoying because we actually don't have a whole bunch of spell trap removal in this deck. Any stall deck is going to be kind of hard for us to deal with. That might be something to look into. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Greeters. We're definitely gonna Rhoda XL Force pop this for sure. Because I want to know what deck we're working with, and yeah, I'm kind of concerned that he didn't take a easy +1. This could just be Moth, and then we kind of have an idea of what we're dealing with. We're gonna upstart. Hopefully we'll just draw Exiled Force. That would be great. That is not Exiled Force. That is the Ninja. Yeah. It's Rhoda time. Rhoda for... Have you guys ever used Rhoda and then not gotten a warrior monster? Like you just grab Sangan? and then just kept playing? Morphing Char number 2. So, is this a mill deck? I'm gonna turn this to attack mode. Sets and pass. And that is 1 on swords. We do have this pre-mat for the Exiled Force, and so that's nice, but I do not like Morphing Jar number 2. Cub and I were cooking up a very fun mill deck yesterday, and I'm honestly like super excited about it. I think it's actually really good. I think it's a really good deck, and so we'll see if you guys get access to that at some point. If we reveal the spice. Go ahead and greet her. I do kind of want to set this card, honestly. I do kind of want to set this, but I think we'd probably pre-mat because they're not expecting us to be able to remove. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They didn't expect it, and so we had to, and so now that we did that, now we can set. End the turn. 2 on swords, we're almost done. Yeah, this definitely feels stalling to me. Having both of these gone is not necessarily great, because there could be like the shallow grave. Hard play scapegoat. Okay. That is excellent. Flip. Wing. Cannon soldier. Okay. We are definitely heavying for sure. We will not be able to clear all the goats, unfortunately. Solemn Judgment. Oh, he didn't. Okay. Interesting. I would have solemn that maybe. I guess maybe he has another floodgate. It is Mech Chaser time. Yeah, leaving him one goat is obviously not ideal. But what you gonna do? We have this Megamorph United we stand, which could go pretty gnarly. We don't really want the stall player to have Graceful Charity. We don't really want him to have these good cards. Sinister Serpents. That said, we're pretty close to killing here. Cannon Soldier is nice. Book of Taiyu. Book of Moon. Okay. Yoink. Knock, I suppose? Oh no, he's just gonna get over it with Didymus. That's fine. Our own Graceful Charity. That's pretty nice. What do we have for question? XL Force. I hope we draw to question. That would be so fun. Come on, please. One time. Question. Question. Dang. All right, we can pitch Mech Chaser to get Strike Ninja, which could be good. I think we do that. That and probably Jar of Greed. Maybe we wanted Mech Chaser actually. Because now we can only get over DD Warrior Lady with Strike Ninja and or United We Stand. That was probably a misplay. I guess we could use our Megamorph. We could use our Megamorph, because United We Stand's more valuable here, so... or do we even? Yeah, I'm fine with it. Mirror Force owns us, but that's okay. This is probably a Floodgate instead, if I had to guess. His banishing Deco is like obviously bad because we lose Megamorph, but not that big of a deal. Because we do have return. Hopefully he does not hurt this. He did not hurt it. He's down to not very many cards, which bodes well for us. That is fine. Another return. That is absolutely crazy. Now we can attack and then... Ugh. What do we want to do here? We could attack and then banish. Do I use Unite We Stand on this Deco? Or not even? Probably not even, right? We have enough without. So let's go ahead and attack with Strike Ninja. All right, declare, banish, banish, banish. Return from the different dimension. We're activating it for advantage here. Will you solemn it? I'm gonna bring them out. Bringing out the boys. The boys are back in town. Okay, I was you, and you. Main phase 2. That's actually like an insane card to have. Did we summon this turn? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna check the log. I could just ask him, but I'm gonna check the log. Enter standby phase, view the graveyard, entered battle phase. Okay, no, we did not summon. So we're gonna set, and pass. A lot of times it's kind of difficult to remember. I can't believe he had bottomless trap hole. That's so funny. I guess I could have chain blocked it. I could have activated Now We Stand in the main phase and chained return. I could do that now. I could do that now. I don't know if I want to though. I could flip summon. Okay, Didymus plus. Oh, it is the worm. Mill 5. I think we do activate return here again. It's a mill deck. Cub, if you're here, if you're watching this video, if you're still here after the very long intro, isn't this funny? I think the mill deck is horrible against this deck. I think it's quite bad because we want to be milled. We want cards in the graveyard. He didn't seem to side, and so we are also not going to side. That being said, we don't have Knock, and Knock is like the best card against this deck. I've literally never played a mill deck, literally ever, and then this happens. It's crazy. Yeah, I've never seen Needleworm before, and then this happens. All right, so greeters. It is greed time. Heavy Storm, Ring of Destruction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could end the turn and then send Demok out, but I don't want to. So I'm gonna summon Mech. Okay. Set Ring of Destruction probably. Yeah. We do have the Snatch Steal, and Snatch Steal is going to be like pretty dead against everything, and so there's a pretty good chance that we will want to use this ring against our own monster. Our own monster on limiter removal would be pretty nice. Didymus. This is probably like some sort of jar, if I had to guess. And so, maybe we don't even summon another monster. Maybe we just activate Snatch Steal to get rid of Reaper. And then we probably set some cards. It's probably not Morphing Jar because he didn't set any of his, and so I'm not scared about that so much. I'm scared about Cyber Jar. This could also just be Worm though. I don't know if he would Cyber Jar his own guy, and so let's go for it. Let's summon DD Warrior Lady. I don't think this is Cyber Jar. Morphing Jar number 2. Okay, that goes to grave. This goes to top. This goes to top, and then they shuffle. No, yours gets destroyed. He just, yeah. And we shuffle. We mill. We mill. Why is he doing? Please do not do. You don't get a monster from the jar since you don't shuffle any back. Yeah, morphing jar number 2. It's pretty tricky. No problem, friend. Does he get to see? Do I get to shuffle their position? Or like Cyber Jar? I don't know. Probably? Probably, right? I don't know if it matters, honestly, because I have the Cyber Jar. Or not the Cyber Jar, this Ring of Destruction. I think I do. Yeah, but do I get to take into hand and choose where to put them myself? KK. Yeah, I think so. If not, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Main phase 2. I don't hate what happened there. I don't hate what happened there. End turn. Not good. 2024 is writing to me. He's writing me a letter. Dear Petty. You can trust. You can trust. I would not straight up cheat. That would be crazy. Wink. Can you imagine set DMOC? Can you imagine set DMOC? How devastating that would be? It would be pretty devastating. It would be pretty devastating. I suppose he must know that this is going to get exiled forced, and so I don't know what he's thinking here. I could be playing into a trap. I could True Nade, but I don't want to True Nade, so I'm not gonna True Nade. Boing. Okay, that was the trick. There had to be a trick, and that was it. There had to be a trick, and the trick was that. I think we just want to get damage in, so I don't think I'm going to set the deco. I think I'm just going to summon it and attack. Sphere Reaper is kind of really annoying, but all right, deco in. Not unexpected. We do have Sovngarde though, which is nice. We can clear the Reaper with this Ring of Destruction, which I assume it's this card, probably. Draw Lightning Vortex. That can get rid of our DMOC, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. That means we don't have to use our ring. That's a defense mode, just in case there's Mirror Force. Reaper. Do I want to use Lightning Vortex? I think the answer is actually just yes. So we want to get this DMOC engrave, and we don't know the next time there's going to be a face-up monster. Now, the rub of it is that I really want to use True Nade to get this ring back, and then I want to attack, and then I want to limit her, and then I want to ring my own guy. And so that requires a couple turns to achieve. We have really great DMOC targets here, which I enjoy. I'm really enjoying the new direction of the deck. Jar of Greed. Okay, I could I could giant Trinate this turn. No, I don't think that makes sense. I think we're just gonna attack with Zangan. Okay, that was important to do. I think we switch him to attack mode. Reset. In the end. Should I have held on to Lightning Vortex? Maybe. But maybe we'll just get pre-mat and we'll bring Demok and we'll get Lightning Vortex. Ever consider that, huh? Huh? Meanie? Meanie? These are my nice commenters protecting my mental health in the back. Okay. You cannot attack. That is pretty sus. I'm gonna activate Jar of Greed. Another limiter removal. Okay. Deco goes to 56. Deco gets pretty huge. Do I flip? Yeah, that was a weird play. I don't understand what was going on there. Strike Ninja. Only one dark. Okay, hold up. I can set return. I can ring my own guy. Strike Ninja. Return Demok and like all the friends. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Mirror Force is gonna come. This is Mirror Force for sure. It's not. I don't know why he zooked me. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know why he zooked me. I do not know why he zooked me. Can we win through 2 goats is the question. Zook. Oh, he's the mill deck. I'm like, why is he zooking me? It's because he's the mill deck. I don't know if that's actually correct though. I'm gonna be honest with you, my brother. I don't think that's the correct thing to be doing. I think we just win because this can get to 74. And so we can giant Trunade. And that'll be it. It is 74, right? 37. 74, yeah. The Trunatist. Trunatist. All right, get absolutely put into the dumpster by our friend Mechanical Chaser. Put into the dumpster by Mechanical Chaser, please. Take your damage. Activate. Activate. 74. $18.50 X2. Mirror doubles current attack. So it'll double once and then double again. Once per card. Limiter's crazy. That's the reason why we're playing this season. Limiter is a crazy card. Limiter is a crazy card. We can find a ruling for this duelist if we must. Limiter is a crazy card. I can find... He left the duel. Alright, I was gonna find him the ruling, but he left the duel. 17 ELO. 411 ELO. You guys never even got to see my final form. The final form is crazy. The other version of the deck is nuts. But did you guys see? Did you guys see? We were really close to playing Return. We would have bopped this guy. We would have bopped probably Sangan, and then we would have ninged, and then we would have gotten the guy. It would have been so good. Yeah, I'm really happy because this was a deck that we certainly wanted to have knock, but we just didn't need it. We just didn't need it. And the reason I think this deck might not need it is that we want to kill in one turn. We want to put a 7,400 attack Mechanical Chaser, which I'm still looking at this and I'm like, is that the actual correct math? It is, right? It is. It is. Right? No, we want to put out this huge monster. We want it to kill. And so I don't think we need knock. Spy is like a pretty big problem, but we have Lightning Vortex, we have Tribe. It's not like insurmountable, I would say. It's just not great, I guess. This was also a Scapegoat deck, and we handled it pretty okay. I don't know, guys. 4/1/1 ELO. Boing. What? We got 17 ELO from that. Grandma got 22. 22 is the most we've ever gotten from any match this season ever. And it was our 28th match against Water Aggro. I keep pretty good records of our matchups. But yeah, I had a great time. I think this episode was really fun. Super duper fun. I am looking forward to what you guys have to say about the new deck. We definitely have to give it a few more episodes to try. I'm not going to make any changes except for this last minute Cannon Soldier change for the next few, because we really have to kind of figure out the balance between this one and the Monster Gate version. But I'm hoping to make a dent in our ELO in this back half of the challenge. Hopefully you guys can tell I'm feeling pretty optimistic. I felt kind of discouraged ending last episode, but then I spent some time thinking about it, and I think that I have finally landed on a version of the deck that plays the way I want it to. And so I'm happy. I hope you guys are happy. See you.